Hi everyone, good evening. Thank you so much for joining. Please excuse this. I am really rusty at live streaming. It's been at least a year. So I'm just trying to get set up here. I will edit the title and everything properly after the live stream. I was in the middle of doing it and yeah, it's just started streaming. So yeah, it is so good to be back. Like I said, it has been a ridiculously long time since I have live streamed, and I've been wanting to for quite a while now. And my son has really kindly let me borrow his laptop for tonight to let me do this. So huge thank you to Caden. Hi, bud. Hi, Jessica. Hello, my love. Thank you for joining. Hi, Alabama. I'm not too bad, thank you. How are you, my love? I hope you're doing well. Okay, so tonight I'm going to be working from Shooting Star by Maria Trolle, and this is for Spacetember. So I did record my September plans video earlier, however I haven't edited and uploaded it yet, so please expect that one tomorrow. But there was 2 pages from this book that I was really interested in. This was one of them, and this one here was the other, and I do think I'm going to go with this one. Hi, Courtney. Hi, Rachel. Hello, my love. Thank you for joining. I'm not too bad, thank you. Yeah, not too bad. How are you guys doing? How is everyone? Are you all okay? So what I think I'm going to do is base this one with Derwent Inktense. I'm just finding that I'm having some real issues with my arthritis lately, and so watercolor basing is a real help to me at the moment. So yeah, I'm going to use that as a base. So I'm not going to be too fussy or particular. I just want to, you know, get a good base of colour down. Let's just sharpen this pencil. See, you can tell how unorganised I am. I'm going to be a hot mess. Oh, thank you, Alabama. Yeah, I in my original copy of the book, I started, it was last year, I think it was, for Earth Day, April. Yeah, I started this one, and I didn't like how it was looking. It was just a hot mess, and I tried fixing it, and yeah, I do still have the original copy, but I do think what I'm going to do is journal, sort of art journal over that page. But yeah, for now I really want to work in this one. Is the light too bright? Because it's looking, I'm looking on the laptop and it's looking a bit sort of, you know, bit bright. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Rachel. I hope things settle down for you, my love. Let's zoom in a smidge, shall we? Yeah, I hope things settle down and ease up for you, my lovely. Hi, Robin. Hello, my love. Thank you for joining. Oh, do you know what, guys? This is exactly what I have missed about live streaming, is being able to chat to you in real time. You know, it's all well and good, like replying to comments on videos and, you know, posting on the community tab and stuff, but I really missed chatting to you in real time. So this just feels really nice. I'm really nervous. because like I said, it's been a long time, but so what have you all been up to? How's the start of your September going? Ours was chaotic, but it is nice that both of the youngest are now back at school, so that we're kind of getting back into that routine, which is lovely. I'm just thinking I'm colouring these like rocks. Maybe it should have been grass. Well, I've started now. Oh, thank you, Rachel. Thank you, my love. It's just so nice to have you guys here. I do really appreciate you popping on and joining me tonight. I was a little bit worried. I thought, oh, you know, what if people don't tune in or whatnot? But this is a really lovely surprise. Writing book reviews. Oh, Robin, I'm sorry to hear that, sweetheart, with your arthritis. Bless your heart. I hope the pain eases up for you soon, my love. How are you getting on with your reviews? I hope you're enjoying it and having lots of fun. Oh, her work is beautiful, isn't it, Alabama? Yeah, Christine's work is just like, oh, that is definitely something special, isn't it? Yeah, I'm kind of having second thoughts now, thinking, oh, I should have done these bits green, but that's okay. They're going to be rocks now. I will do this here as like green mountains, maybe. Oh, Rachel, I'm sorry, hun. That's never a good time, is it? I hope your surgery goes well, sweetheart, and that you recover quickly. Oh, congratulations, Robin. That's lovely news. Ah, I hope the baby is doing well. Time just goes so quick, doesn't it, with the kids? It just flies by. So as you can see, I'm not being too precious about the Inktense, just so long as it kind of gives me a wash of colour. And then it just means it's a bit less work for my hands to do with pencils when it comes to shading and whatnot. So that will be much appreciated. So I'm just using Storm Dust at the moment from Darwin Inktense. If anyone is interested, it is number 2107. I kind of know the kind of colour palette I would like to go for on this page, but we'll see if we can pull it off. Oh my gosh. Okay, and then I would like a nice vibrant green, because then I will kind of do layers over it and get some really nice depth over here. So I'm going to use lime green 1535 and just base this over here. We've got a new kitten, Josie. Oh, bless you, Rachel. Oh, I bet she's adorable. Oh, see, whenever I try colouring on camera, even in videos, I feel awkward because I feel like my hands and arms are always in the way. So I'm just going to put a light base of this down. Hi Vera, hello my love, thank you for joining. How are you doing, sweetheart? Are you okay? Wow, you've read 269 books so far this year, Robin. Oh my gosh. It would take me a lifetime, I think, to read that many. I haven't really done any reading this year, to be honest. I've tried, well, I've done a little bit here and there, and I've listened to some audiobooks, but that's about it. I've not completed a book. Hi, Galen. Hello, my love. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for joining. How are you doing, sweetheart? I hope you're doing well. Oh, that's amazing, Vera. 3 weeks off. I bet you're like, woohoo! Ah, have you got much planned for your holidays? I'm doing all right, thank you, Han. Yeah, feeling a little bit more settled and a bit calmer now that the kids are back at school, and you know, all the last minute school shopping is done. You know, so now we're just focusing on getting back into a routine. So yeah, it's oh yeah, it'd be nice to just sort of catch my breath a little bit now. It does, doesn't it? 3 weeks off. Oh my gosh. I'd be like, I don't know what to do with myself. This is wonderful. Oh, it's very much deserved, my love. Oh, thank you, Gila. And it's, you know, it's really lovely to be back. It's been over a year since my last live stream. And I don't know, but recently I've just really been missing it, and really kind of missing the real time chat and conversation with you guys. You know, it's all lovely and well and good to kind of chat in you know, in comments and things, and you know, emails and DMs and whatnot, but it's not the same as kind of chatting in real time, you know, where I can kind of speak to you, like, do you know what I mean, in real time, like sort of communicate while we're all just kind of, you know, keeping each other company, spending time together. I've really missed it, so it feels so nice to be back doing something that I love and that I've really, you know, I've really kind of missed. Okay, so I'm just going to add a little bit of another colour just in some areas over here. I'm not going to activate any of this just yet. I just kind of want to map out some colours at the moment. But have you guys figured out what you'd like to work on in the month? And if you are participating in Space Timber, is there a book or a page that you're really looking forward to doing? Oh, Alabama, I think you would be brilliant, my love. It's, you know, it is nerve-wracking to do your first one. It's, you know, I'd be lying if I said it's not, but honestly, sweetheart, this community is so lovely and welcoming and encouraging, and I would recommend it. I would say, you know, don't feel pressure to do it as in when you feel ready, but yeah, give it a go and see if it's for you. You know, it's just lovely to, like I said just now, to sit and chat in real time and have a catch up with everyone. you know, whilst we're all keeping each other company and just having a general good old chin wag and a chit chat, you know. It is Geelan. Yeah, it is always lovely to colour in good company. Okay, so for now, I'm going to leave just these two pale colours on like this kind of, I don't know, grassy mountain thing. I know, not, you know, it isn't technical terms, is it? But, you know. Oh, do you know, Vera, I'm just doing the live stream literally on my phone. My phone is attached to my tripod. That is what I record from. And this is all I've ever done live streams on in the past as well. And then I'm just borrowing my son's laptop just to the side of me so I can read what you guys are typing as I'm kind of looking through my screen, and my screen is recording here like it does when I film regular videos. So you should, Alabama. Yeah, you should. I think, you know, once you get over those initial nerves, it's really lovely. And, you know, we would all be sat there cheering you on and encouraging you and whatnot. I think you would love it. Right, let's give this pencil a sharpen as well. Oh, you really should. Yeah, we'll all be there cheering you on. You'll have to let me know if and when you decide to do one, so I can make sure that obviously if it's within reasonable hours here, that I can join, because that's something that I've really missed as well, is kind of, you know, joining live streams. I've watched sort of quietly a few, just sort of, you know, lagged and had the live streams on whilst I've been colouring or whatnot, but I haven't really been very chatty. I think I just maybe felt a little bit awkward because I've personally been away from doing live streams for so long. But yeah. I've just got a clamp tripod on my desk, Vera. It's nothing fancy. I just bought it from Amazon. It just kind of clamps onto your desk. It's got a little phone holder, and that's it. It's nothing fancy in this household, my love. When it comes to YouTube, it would be lovely to have all the, you know, all the fancy stuff, but the reality is you don't need it. You don't need it. And I think, you know, my phone is old, but it works perfectly for what I need it for. So what's the saying, like, if it's not broke, don't fix it, you know? And so if I can, you know, do my videos and things I need to do on the channel and whatnot with the items I have, then yeah, I'm gonna go for it. You don't need an expensive setup, my lovely. I can take a picture and also send you a link to the tripod if you like on Amazon, and I'll send it to you in on Instagram in DMs if you like. I can do that after the live stream for you, Han, if that's of any help. Oh, you are very welcome, Alabama. Bless your heart. Yeah, I think it's nice, isn't it, Vera, to have, you know, to have the nice things, to have the fancy stuff. But for one, with me, you know, let's just be honest, I can't afford or justify paying out, you know, big chunks of money on equipment when I've got stuff that works here perfectly fine, you know, and I always need to prioritize the kids and make sure that they've got everything they need and whatnot, you know. But yeah, realistically, I would love to have a proper setup, a dedicated art room, and a dedicated space, you know, for the channel and the colouring and stuff. But it just, you know, I'm good. I'm good with what I have. So yeah, just make it work. Hi, Whimsical Dreams. Hello, my love. Thank you for joining. How are you doing, sweetheart? Hi, Chrissy. Hi, sweet. Thank you for joining. Hi, Rebecca. Oh my gosh, so many of you joining. Thank you so much. I cannot tell you how much this means. I've been so nervous. It's been, you know, I was just so nervous about live streaming after such a long time not doing them. So you guys taking time out of your day to join me is just, oh, it's really, really cheered me up and made me smile. So thank you guys so much. You're the best. Oh, thank you, Vera. Thank you, my love. I'm doing all right, thank you, Rebecca. Yeah, not too bad, my love. I'm having issues with my arthritis, but it's like, hey, you know, what's new? And it's only going to kind of get worse now with the weather anyway as it gets colder. But I expect it, you know. So it's fine. Oh, thank you, Geelan. Thank you, my love. Oh, bless you, Chrissy. Oh, sweetheart, you're the best. Thank you. Okay, so here I am, like getting my hands and arms in the way again. I think this is why I kind of stopped colouring very often on the channel as well. I just felt like my hands and arms were always in the way. But so this is just the Darwin Inktense that I'm using just to give a really light layer to some of the elements here on the page, just so that it's not so much work for my hands when it comes to pencil shading. So yeah, anything to kind of help at the moment, because I have really been having some issues with my right hand, in particular my pinky and ring finger. So they've been causing me a lot of pain for quite a few months now. And I think also because they're the ones that I kind of lean on the page as I'm colouring and painting and whatnot, they get quite sore. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, my love. Hi, Jamie. Hi, sweetheart. Thank you for joining. How you doing, hon? Are you good? I hope Ethan's having a good rest, bless him, after all that excitement with his birthday. But yeah, as I was saying, my two youngest are back at school now. So Emmy's in her last year of primary school now, and Caden has just started secondary, or high school, as you guys in the States would say. And it's like, oh my gosh, my boy is in high school. Where has that time gone? Oh, that's good, Jamie. I'm glad he's doing well, bless him. Yeah, he must have been exhausted. I'm really liking the additional colours that Inktense brought out to complete their set, to make it up to like 100 colours. I bought the additional, I had the 72 set, and then I bought the additional 28 pencils from Cult Pens a few months ago now. And I'm so glad I did, because I'm really loving the fact that we've got some nice light colours. I know, Chrissy, it's ridiculous. They just grew up so quick. You know, Tegan's at college, she's doing a childcare course, and she's due to start a placement at a nursery soon. So yeah, it's just, they're all getting so big, and you know, Tegan turns 18 in December, so I've got that big special birthday to prepare for. She doesn't want a party or anything like that. She's like me. She doesn't like being the center of attention. It makes her feel awkward and uncomfortable, and I completely get it. But yeah, you know, she said she'd like to go for a meal and things like that. So wow, this green is bright, but that is fine because I do want a nice bright sort of highlight colour on these grassy mountains here. I don't know if that's what they're supposed to be, but that is what I'm making them. Yeah, they did, Vera. Like, I had the 72 set. I was really kindly gifted them many years ago, and I absolutely love them. But they've brought out like additional colours, and you can get them open stock. And the only way I can tell which ones are the open stock ones in my set is because they've got barcodes on them. If I just, let me just lift that up a little bit. If I move my pencil case over, so these that have like the barcodes on them, these are the ones that I got from Colt Pens open stock, but they had them as like you know, like as a set. I think you bought 24 as a set, and then the four last ones kind of like open stock. So yeah, and they've got some gorgeous colours in here, some really nice lighter colours, which I think the 72 set was lacking. And I think now we have kind of got such a beautiful selection of colours and tones. I think Darwin have done a really, really good job with them. So as you can see, I'm not being too fussy or fancy. I just kind of want to have that base on the page to work over the top. I will do more watercolour work on top of this as well, but I'm definitely going to want to go in with pencils because I know what I'm like. Yeah, they're gorgeous, aren't they, Chrissy? They are lovely. I must say, I don't know, I feel like I get on better with the Inktense than I do the Neocolor 2s, but I do love the Neocolor 2s. I think for me, it's a case of finding a paper that I like them on, because there have been some pages over the years where even after sort of giving them a couple of layers, they still look really patchy and blotchy, and it just it bothers me a little bit. So I don't feel very confident with them. Whereas even though I'm not super confident with the Inktense, I enjoy working with them better. I don't know, I just feel like I get a better result with them, even though you have to work quite quickly. I do really like the fact with the Inktense as well that they don't reactivate, you know, because they're ink based. Once it's dry, that's it, that pigment isn't moving. So if you put another layer on top, that base layer, this will all stay exactly where it is. It doesn't matter what I add on the top, this isn't budging, this isn't going to reactivate, which is what I want. The Neo 2s are amazing. Jealous of all the Inktense owners. Oh, bless you, Vera. You can get them open stock, sweetheart. So if that was, you know, ever an option for you, I would highly recommend. The Inktense are great. They're wonderful. And this blue that I'm activating at the moment, this is one of my favourite colours in the new editions, the new colours that they've added. It's really, really lovely. I am, Rebecca. Yeah, I'm working in Shooting Star. I was trying to put it in the title of the live stream, but then the live stream started before I'd like finished editing the title and stuff. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll be doing that after the stream. But that's okay. But yeah, I wanted to work in this book for Space Timber. I've not been able to successfully complete a page in this book so far, so please excuse me for just shifting the book a little bit. I just don't want to put my hand in the wet paint whilst I'm activating this side, because I didn't think of it just now. Rather than working left to right, I started on the right side, which I have no idea why. Then I don't think they are Alabama. No, there's no bleed through at all. I mean, you know, this is just the first layer and I'm trying to be quite light with it. But the paper in Maria Trolle's books is wonderful. I think it's an absolute pleasure to work on. The only one that I've really had issues with was, it was Moon Valley. But which edition? It was called Mandolin. It's the same as Moon Valley, but my copy of that called Mandolin. The paper is kind of bright white, but it's thinner, but it just does not handle water mediums well at all, because the one page that I coloured in Mandolin, I used a tiny little bit of watercolour just as like a border, and the pigment just did not really want to move all that well on that paper at all. So but her other books, they're great. Your work is always so beautiful, Chrissy. Whenever I see your pages on Instagram, I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to be able to do that. But it's weird. I don't know if any of you are like it. I feel like, you know, I could very well try and do a page using just the Neos or just the Inktense and whatnot, and add the shadows and whatnot, but I wouldn't be able to leave the page at just that. I feel like it wouldn't be complete for me if I didn't add little embellishments and pencil shading. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I wish I could. I wish I could just do a page in watercolour and leave it and be good with calling it done and be happy with it. But I know what I'm like. I just can't leave things. Hi, Dana. Hello, my love. Thank you for joining. It's really nice to see you, sweetheart. How are you? How are you doing, my love? Okay, let's find a nice... I want a nice brown to base the bark here of our tree, but at the same time I'm thinking, do I want to do it different and maybe do it maybe pink or purple? Because I mean, this is going to be a magical sky anyway. I don't know. Do I go with brown bark or do I just do something different and do pink or purple? Exactly, Chrissy. Yeah, you're like, just leave it alone, leave it alone. I'm so sorry. I'm going to just wiggle the camera a little bit. I'm sorry. I just can't leave things well alone, and I think that's definitely the reason why on quite a few pages I've just taken them too far. There was a stage where I was like, yeah, I like that, but oh, if I just add such and such, you know, and then I add that thing and I feel like I've ruined the whole page and I've taken it too far. And that is a big deal, and I just need to learn when to stop. tackling your very first galaxy background in Wild Summer. Oh my gosh, Dana, you've got this. You are a beautiful colourist, my love, and I've got no doubt in my mind you will do an incredible job. Oh, what to do, what to do. I am, Jamie. Yeah, I'm still doing that. It's just going to be a yearly thing, and I kind of just let it do its own thing. But yeah, this month you will see in my colouring plans video for September, I did record that today, and I'm hoping to edit it either tonight or tomorrow morning and get it uploaded for you over the weekend. But yeah, I have pulled out quite a few whips for September, because I really want to get the number of whips down, you know, by the time I finish the year. I don't know what to do. Do I play it safe and do brown? Because I'm just thinking if I try and do a galaxy background, purple or pink might blend in. Not sure. You've just finished a whip that's been on the shelf for 3 years. Oh my gosh, Jamie, it's such a nice feeling, isn't it? You're like, yes, finally got it done. Okay, I'm gonna be boring. I'm gonna go with brown. What colour is that? Saddle brown. Oh, I really cannot decide. What to do with this tree, and it's kind of bugging me. Do your background, then come back to the tree. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna have to do, Chrissy, because I can't settle what I want to do with the tree, but I know that I want to make this page look magical, you know, and like this is a really special place, because I mean, look at the tree. Instead of foliage we have stars. Yeah, it's still a little bit tacky, but that is okay. Right, let's pull out, let me see. Okay, so I'm going to just base the background in one colour first, and then I'm going to work over the top and add my other colours. Hi Dawn, hello my love, thank you for joining. I hope you're doing well, sweetheart. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to use amethyst to do the background. Again, I'm just going to do a light layer of this one for my galaxy, and then I will work over the top. So this is amethyst, and the number is 0735, just if anyone's interested. So let's just move down to the page a little bit more. I should have sketched in like the other half of the circle really, but that's okay. So what are you guys up to over the weekend? Have you got plans, or are you just chilling, housework, colouring? What are you guys up to? I'm asking because I'm nosy. I have the joys of housework and helping Caden do his room, because he is not doing it off his own back, no matter how much I nag him. So I need to tidy up my room tomorrow. I have laundry with my name on it. So yeah, and then I want to get a few videos done over the weekend as well, ready to upload for next week. Oh, thank you, Alabama. It's a really lovely page, and it's not intimidating either. I was a little bit nervous about the background, but you know, I'm just I'm just going to go for it and see what happens. I think my favourite bit is going to be just finishing off the shading and adding embellishments and doing these stars on the tree. I can definitely see me using some handmade watercolours, but I will throw in some gel pens and stars that are shaded to have like a gold effect, but do it with pencil as well. So there'll be, you know, a little bit of all sorts there. Chilling, housework and colouring it is. Yep. Sounds like we've both got the same plans there, Geelan. Oh, the joys of housework and laundry. It's one of those things, it's got to be done, hasn't it? It's like, right, work first, then we can play with our books and supplies. Save the best till last, right? Oh, I did, Jamie. Emmy ran up the road, bless her, and she borrowed an iron from a neighbour. But I had to I had to order a new iron from Amazon, and it arrived the following day. But yeah, what a time to realise your iron doesn't work is when, you know, it's the night before your kids are due to start school, and you've unwrapped all their new uniform, and it's obviously got creases on it from where it's been folded in the packets and stuff, and your iron doesn't work, and it's like, I cannot send my kids to school with a wrinkled shirt like that. Not a chance. But ooh, stress levels went like to like 500 and then some. I was stressing, and yeah, I wasn't doing so good. Panic mode was severely activated with a very hard thud on Tuesday night. Excuse me. Oh, thank you, Dawn. Thank you, my love. Oh, that sounds really productive, Vera. Last few bits. And then gym, and oh, it sounds amazing. Take my hat off to you, because yeah, there'd be no risk of seeing me in a gym. Certainly not at the moment anyway. So I salute you, my love. You've got a chill weekend. Oh, bless you, Dana. I really hope everything goes well with your MRI, that they can figure out, you know, what's causing the problems with your neck. You know, hopefully they can figure it out and get you sorted pretty quickly. Because I don't envy anyone, you know, being in pain and discomfort. It's not nice. Oh, thank you, Jamie. You know, sometimes I don't feel like a great mum, but so long as I can look at myself in the mirror and be like, you're doing your best, then, you know, that's good enough. That's good enough for me, you know. We just do the best we can, don't we? That's all we can do. But oh my gosh, yeah, what a time to have your iron not work. But yeah, my new one arrived yesterday, and I was just like, woo! I don't think I've ever been so excited to see an iron in my life. So yeah. Okay. honestly, Vera, kids are really stressful. It certainly keeps you on your toes, but you know, I wouldn't have it any other way. It's just, you know, it's hard sometimes. But, you know, like I was just saying, kind of just you know, you do your best. That's all you can do, right? That is amazing, Vera. Congratulations. You sound like a woman on a mission. You're doing fantastic, love. That is really, really good. And I can imagine you feel better for it too. Oh, bless you, Rebecca. Oh, I hope you're able to get your mojo back and, you know, get back to enjoying colouring. Oh, thank you so much, Vera. I really do appreciate that. It's so, I don't know, just so heartwarming. It means more than, you know, you could ever put into words when someone says, you know, you're doing a really good job as their mum, as a parent, because a lot of the time I don't feel like I am. You know, I get a lot of self-doubt, and you know, we have challenges, but you know, they're still your kids. You love them unconditionally, and yeah, you just kind of do the best you can. You know, sometimes you're told you're this, you're that, you know, you're not a good mum, don't love you, blah blah blah. And as much as it hurts, it's kind of like, it sounds awful, but sometimes that's just, you know, kids will sometimes say things just to try and hurt your feelings, and it sounds awful, but they do. And it does, it cuts really deep, but you know that you're doing your best, you know, and you're giving it your all, and that's what you can do. But when someone says, hey, you're doing really good, you know, it's like, oh my gosh, really? Thank you. So yeah, when someone says that, it just it means everything, especially to those of us who are really hard on ourselves, you know. Thank you so much, Dana. Thank you, my love. No one said being a parent would be easy, did they? But, you know, wouldn't change it for the world. Oh, I hope you and your mum have a really lovely shopping trip, Vera. Oh, that would be really lovely for you both to spend some time together. Have you got anything in mind that you're going to be looking for when you're out shopping, or just going to enjoy spending time together and see what falls into the basket? I am going to sort out this circle later. I feel like it's a bit wonky, but that's okay. Oh, bless you, Rebecca. I'm glad you're getting there, my love. It's, you know, some things just take time, and that is okay. You know, that is fine. Oh, Geelan, thank you, sweetheart. Bless you. Thank you so, so much. They would probably disagree with you sometimes, but, you know, Like I was saying a little while ago, you know, it's good old mum who'll, you know, be sorting Caden's room out tomorrow because he just doesn't seem to want to, you know. I'm going to give this another coat, I think, before I activate it. I'm so sorry for tanning the book. Yeah, just in a few places, just yeah, you know, and I've been asking him for ages, and I've been chewing his ear about it, to be quite honest, and he just gets angry at me and says, you know, stop nagging, blah blah blah. But it's like, if you had just tidied your room like I asked you, I wouldn't have to keep asking. But it's getting on my nerves that the room isn't done. So I'm like, oh, do you know what? I'll go in and help him. But I can see it coming to tomorrow, and he won't want to do it. And then it'll be, oh, great, well, I guess I'm sorting out your mess on my own, you know. Which is frustrating. But again, it's, you know, it comes with being a parent. I don't want to sit here and sound like I'm moaning and complaining about my kids. I don't want it to sound like that. And if that's how it comes across, I am really sorry. That's not my intention at all. It's just, I'm venting, and it's just frustrating as a parent when, you know, your kids don't listen, and, you know, they're more than old enough and capable enough of cleaning up after themselves, and they don't. It's like, oh, really, you know. It's even more frustrating when the thing that you're asking them to do, they can do that at other people's houses without being asked. But at home, it's like, it doesn't work like that. Can anyone else relate? Please tell me I'm not the only one. Oh, that sounds lovely, Vera. I really hope you and your mum have an amazing time. Oh, bless you, Chrissy. I think we're so blessed with this community, aren't we? Everyone's just so lovely. Yeah, I agree, Vera, and you know, but you know, I'm just going to be completely transparent. Since Aaron passed away a few years ago, I've had really bad behaviour issues with Caden, and it is a constant battle. You know, I'm doing my best, but he can be very Jekyll and Hyde sometimes, and you just kind of don't know what you're gonna get, or when, you know, he can just kind of change like the flick of a switch, and so it's very, you know, just nerve-wracking sometimes, you know, kind of like on eggshells, but all the while still trying to support him, and it's tricky. It is really tricky, but we'll get there. We will get there. But yeah, I don't want it to sound like I'm sat here kind of, you know, bitching and moaning and complaining about my kids. You know, that's not what I'm here for. But I guess it's just nice to chat. You kind of, you know, you're among friends and you just get chit-chatting about anything and everything, and then, you know, if something's on your mind, you kind of have a bit of a vent and blow off a bit of steam, don't you? Oh, bless you, Chrissy. Yeah, they keep us on our toes, don't they? I think it's just frustrating when they're a bit older and they know what's acceptable, what's acceptable behaviour, what isn't. And yet they don't seem to grasp the concept of consequences. And when consequences are given, it's your fault. You did this, you did that, you've made me do this, you've made me say that. And it's like, whoa, hang on. I'm asking you to do something very simple. And I've always said to the kids, I am more than happy to hoover and polish and wipe over their bedrooms and do their surfaces and make their beds and stuff. I'm more than happy to do that. All they have to do is just put away whatever they've played with and, put their laundry out, just tidy up after themselves, and I will do the rest. And my two youngest are 10 and 11. Now, my youngest, I don't even have to ask her to tidy her room. She'll just do it off her own accord, and she kind of enjoys doing it. And she likes rearranging things and organising things and setting things out a certain way. Whereas with Caden, oh my gosh, no. But see, not that long ago, a couple of years ago, it was the opposite way round. Caden was very, very house proud and he couldn't have a single thing out of place and whatnot, whereas now he just doesn't care. And he's trashed several rooms of the house. He's broken furniture, he's smashed through doors, broken handrails, and this is kind of all to do with the anger that he's been feeling since Aaron passed away. But this might sound harsh, and it's like, okay, Aaron has been gone 2.5 years. I get you miss him, I get you're grieving and whatnot. I get it, and you are valid in those feelings, but it is not okay to destroy the house and other people's belongings and your belongings. That is not okay. So it's just, yeah, it's a constant struggle. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to come to my first live stream in over a year and just kind of, vent. Oh, thank you, Robin. Thank you, my love. I'm just going to catch up on chat a second. What have I missed? I'm sat here flapping my gums and I'm not reading the comments. Let's have a look here a second. Oh, wrong button. Oh, my word. Why can I not get back up to those? Oh, bless you, Dana. It's a struggle, isn't it? And there's no handbook on how to deal with stuff. You just, I think with all of us, in with regards to whatever it is in life, whether you're a parent or not, or with a job or anything, you just wing it, don't you? You just do the best you can as you go along, because what else can you do? It's a tricky one to navigate. And then I think when you've got the whole thing of them approaching puberty and stuff as well, that's another that's another thing to kind of tackle and help them understand and deal with changes in their hormones and whatnot as well. And it's a lot for them to deal with, but I think when you're on the receiving end of a lot of anger and frustration and stuff, it just gets really tiring. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm trying to get up to further comments, further up, and it's just not. How do I? Oh my goodness. See, this is where I need Caden. It's like, help. it's not that one that I need. It's, oh, come on. Do you know what? I'm really sorry if I'm not able to, if I've not replied to your comment, it's because it's kind of further up on the screen and I can't figure out how to get up there. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I completely agree, Rebecca, about not bottling it up. I mean, I do that sometimes, but I feel really lucky that, you know, I've got a really lovely partner who, you know, he's great at listening, and, you know, he's been on the phone a lot of times, or probably most of the times, to be honest, when things have been really bad with Caden, when he's been violent and abusive and destroying the house and things. So he's seen and heard things, you know, sort of over the phone when he's not been visiting here or I've not been up there. So he knows the struggle on a day-to-day basis, and he'll sit and talk to me about it, and I appreciate that so much more than I think he'll ever know. But it's just hard when I think you know, when you're on the receiving end of it, isn't it? Because it does make you question yourself. It's like, well, what am I doing wrong? Like, I'm doing my best. Maybe I should do this. Maybe I should do that. You know, should I do this differently? But the truth is, like, you know, like I said just now, guys, like, we're all just doing our best. He shouldn't, Vera. Absolutely not. And it's, you know, one of the things I'm saving up for at the moment, which is kind of why I've put myself on a no buy or an extremely low buy, is because he has broken 3 doors in the house. He has smashed up tables. He has destroyed a set of dining chairs. I ordered a new set of dining chairs a few months ago, but because of how destructive he still is, I daren't take them out of the box and build them, because I can't afford to keep replacing things. He's trashed my room. He's trashed Emmy's room. He's beat us black and blue. You know, we've tried getting all the help and support possible. But it feels like some people don't listen, and they say, you're doing the right thing, just stay calm and talk to him and do this and do that. And it's like, yeah, I'm trying and I'm doing all the things you're telling me to, but what am I supposed to do when he's being violent, you know, or when he's trashing the house, destroying people's things? You know, I've had to call the police on him before. I know this is getting really deep, and I am really sorry, but you know, I just want to help him. I want to get him the help and the support that he needs. But it's like, you know, and Connor and I were saying this the other night. He doesn't behave like this in front of other people. He's not like it in school. He's not like it at other people's houses. It is just here. And so when he's having these assessments and he's seeing people, and, you know, he's going to groups to help, you know, help him deal with his anger and give him coping strategies and things like that, they just say, oh, he's doing really well. Yeah, we're going to sign him off. You know, he's great. He understands, blah, blah, blah. But when he's at home, it's a different kettle of fish. And like I said earlier, it's kind of like Jekyll and Hyde. And it's like you're signing him off from your services. You're discharging him, but nothing's changed at home. But because he's very good at, he is a really, really intelligent boy. So he knows. But I think he's very clever at putting on that front in front of people and saying, yeah, I'm fine, yeah, I understand, and do all the things that they want him to do to show that he understands and he's going to work on things and whatnot. But when he's not around those people, it's back to, you know, all hell breaks loose. And it's just, it's difficult. It's really difficult. Hi, Sam. Hello, my love. Thank you for joining, sweetheart. Oh, come on. It is, Rebecca, and I feel really lucky and really blessed. And you know, the kids think the world of him. It's just hard that we're at complete opposite ends of the country. You know, he's technically in a different country to me. I'm at the very bottom of England, and he's up in Scotland. It's really hard, but we're trying to figure things out. So oh, I didn't want to make anyone feel bad or make it sound like a pity party. Please, that isn't my intention. I'm just kind of, I guess because I've been away for so long from live streams, it's like the floodgates are opening, and I'm like, you know, hey, this this is what I'm dealing with. You know, does anyone else have sort of adolescents that are, you know, they're maybe having some issues with? And exactly, Vera, that is exactly it. And so many people have said that is because the house is his comfort zone. That's like his safety bubble. So he feels comfortable enough to just let rip. Whereas he doesn't feel able to do that at school and at his friend's house, or, you know, if he's playing football with his mates at the park. You know, it is what it is. But it's things are a lot better than what they were. But there are still things that need work. And I just don't feel like we're getting enough help and support, because people just look at him, and because he's great in groups and stuff, and they're like, yeah, he's doing really, really well, we're going to sign him off. And it's like, but you're not listening. This isn't what he's like at home. But when he's good, he is the best. He is great, you know. And regardless of all of this, he's my son, and I adore him so much. I want to get him back on like an even keel. Does that make sense? Oh, thank you so much. Honestly, guys, I didn't mean to turn it into this. I really do apologise, but please know from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for listening. It just it just feels nice to sort of sit among friends and just say, you know, hey, this, you know, I didn't expect the live stream to go this way tonight. I'm really sorry. But thank you from the bottom of my heart for listening. It's just, you know, all I can do is like sort of one day at a time. But I do find it really, especially hard on the days when I'm struggling with my pain. That is when it just feels so much more difficult, you know, because it's like I'm struggling to even hold it together myself. And then I've got to try and battle my way through this minefield as well. It's, yeah. Oh, thank you, Jamie. It's, yeah. Oh, no one said it was easy, did they? Thank you so much, everyone. Anyway, shall we just, like, you know, swiftly change the topic? Because it's like I've just been waffling about, you know, about this now, and I feel like I'm sitting here and kind of slating Caden, and I don't mean it to be like that. Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, I've got a bit of a wonky circle here. That is fine. I can fix that with some shading later. I'm not too worried. But this is looking really blown out on the laptop screen. I have got my overhead light just above me, and it's like I kind of want to start just going in with a little bit of pencil work, maybe. I have the 12 set of Darent Chroma Flow pencils. Oh, I love these things, and I would love to get the full set, but that is way down the road, and that is fine. But I think what I would like to do is just come in and maybe start adding a little bit of shading on these rocks and sort of a little bit of this foliage down here. Just using these at the moment. So let's see. Okay, well I've got a dark green and a light green and a yellow. That would work. So let's give these a bit of a sharpen. Topic change. What's my favourite ice cream? Do you know, Chrissy, I do like ice cream, but it's one of those things I've got to be in the mood for. I am boring. I like vanilla. I like raspberry ripple. I don't like chocolate, don't like strawberry. Just, yeah. Hi, Raven. Hello, my love. Thank you so much for joining. Oh, thank you so much for joining, Vera. Thank you, my love. Thank you, sweetheart. Superman ice cream is the best. What's Superman ice cream? I do have some colour softs, Jamie, but I can't seem to get on all that great with them. But this is like the Chroma Flows. Oh my gosh, like I said, I've just got the box of 12 that my beautiful best friend Claire sent me in a Christmas gift box. I think it was, I don't know if it was last Christmas or no, the Christmas before last, I think. And these are amazing. I absolutely love them. I do like kind of like caramel, or salted caramel ice cream, but it can get a little bit sickly. Hi Kate, hello my love, welcome. Thank you for joining. Gila, you like salted caramel with chocolate? Yeah, I don't know, I can't get on with salted caramel. Oh my gosh, I cannot get on with chocolate ice cream, chocolate or strawberry, just no, absolutely not. But I'm intrigued what Superman ice cream is. I'm really, really intrigued. I'm like, ooh, that sounds fun. What's that? So yeah, I'm just going to try and get a little bit of this foliage done down here. And I'll probably use the dark blue and the purple for some shading in the sky as well, once I've laid down more colours for the galaxy background. It's yellow and blue and pink. So maybe like vanilla, strawberry and bubblegum? Yeah, I'm intrigued. I'm definitely more of a savoury person, Chrissy. Absolutely more of a savoury person. I would love like to sit, watch a movie and whatever, and have like a cheese board in front of me. So have like some crackers, grapes, cheese, like beetroot. Yeah, that would be like, you know, that's much more my idea of like being spoiled. But yeah, what about you? What about, you know, you and everyone else here? You know, Chrissy's just said, are we, you know, are we more sweet tooth or savoury person? I'm definitely more savoury. Caden is very much a sweet tooth. But I think Emmy's, she would be more savoury as well, I think. Tegan, I think she could go either way, really, I think. So I'm just working between these three colours at the moment, and then where I've got like the vein here in the middle, I will probably do that with a fine liner. Oh, you're savoury too, Sam. Yeah, definitely. Definitely a savoury girly. Sour Patch gummies. Do you know, it's you saying that, Jamie, we've got an American sweet shop in town, and I've seen the Sour Patch like jelly sweets in there before, and I've also seen Jolly Ranchers, but I always thought Jolly Ranchers were hard, like a boiled sweet. But these were kind of chewy, and weren't my favourite. But yeah, I'm not keen on the Hershey's chocolate either. I tried that and I was like, just it tastes strange compared to like the chocolate we have here. I don't mean that to offend anyone. It's just because I'm not used to the taste of that. But I think my favourite thing I ever bought from the American sweet shop was it's like a coffee creamer. Now I don't like cream and I don't like creamy coffee, but this was it was either roasted hazelnut or caramel. I can't think. It was one of the two. It was quite expensive, but oh my goodness, it was a powder, coffee mate powder. But oh, it was so nice. It was really, really lovely. We call them crisps. Yeah, we do, Geelan. Yeah. Yeah. You can't beat a good pack of crisps, but I'd be more of like cheese and crackers and things like that. That's kind of more my like, oh, it just makes my grumpy little heart happy. I just really enjoy the feel of these pencils. I think they're lovely. Darren did an amazing job with the colour soft, and sorry, the chroma flows, and I know a lot of people enjoy them as well. Do I like salt and vinegar crisps? I don't mind them. They're not my favourite, but I don't mind them. But again, kind of like ice cream, I'm boring when it comes to crisps. I kind of like plain. I'm just basic and boring. What can I say? But hey, I like what I like. That is okay. You drink a lot of tea, Dawn. Yeah, see, I used to like tea, but I went off it many, many years ago, and now I'm definitely a coffee gal, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Love coffee, whether it's, you know, a hot cup of coffee or iced coffee. Just yeah, definitely a coffee person. Darn, are you hungry now? I know. All this talk about food, it definitely does that to you, doesn't it? It's like, ooh, that sounds good. And it kind of, you know, gets the taste buds going. How are you all doing for time? Is everyone all right? I'm kind of aware that I don't feel like I've accomplished much on the page. And we've been here for like an hour and 20 minutes. So I just want to make sure you guys are good for time. Oh, bless you, Sam. Happy belated birthday, sweetheart. Did you have a nice time? I'm just going to knock back the yellow that I've put on the leaf, just putting a little bit of the light green over the top. So I can still tell that I've put the yellow down, but it's just, you know, toning it back a little bit. Yeah, there is Starbucks, Jamie. Yeah, there is Starbucks, but I'll be honest, I prefer Costa. Starbucks isn't my favourite. I think it's expensive for what it is. And I don't know, I prefer the taste of Costa coffee better. My page looks faded. Yeah, I think it's my lighting, Kate. I've got my overhead light right above me. Let me see if I don't think I'm really helping much, am I? Oh, thank you, Alabama. You're here till the end. Woohoo! It's a weekend. Oh, bless you. Oh, thank you, Chrissy. I'm glad you're good for time, sweetheart. I just want to make sure I'm not, like, you know, imposing on anyone's time or, you know, outstating my welcome. You love the smell of coffee, but you can't drink it. Yeah, see, my partner Connor's like that. He likes the smell of it, but he doesn't drink any hot drinks. He just doesn't like them. I couldn't imagine not having a hot mug of coffee. Oh, thank you so much, Dana. Yeah, my first live in like over a year. It feels a bit strange, but it also feels really nice to kind of be chatting to you guys in real time. And that's what I've missed the most about live streams. Hi, Dana. Hello, my love. Thank you for joining. This is actually my first live stream in over a year, so yeah, no set day or time. I'm just kind of dipping my toes back into the water, but I'm really enjoying being back and chatting to everyone in real time. But yeah, this was just kind of like an impromptu spur of the moment thing. I'm not sure how far we'll get on this page tonight, but I'm glad that I've made a start. It's pronounced Yana. I'm so sorry. I apologise, my love. I hope I haven't offended you. Oh, thank you, Sam. It's funny because I've had a few people kind of reach out to me and say, you know, miss your live streams, you know, would you ever do them again, and blah blah blah. And I had already been kind of thinking about it anyway because I had missed doing them. But there's lots of people in our community that live stream, and so there's always someone really wonderful for you guys to be able to watch, you know. But yeah, like I've said, I've just missed chatting in live, like in real time with you all, and that it just feels like a more personal conversation, doesn't it? It feels more it just, I don't know, it just feels more personal, like being able to speak to you properly like this, rather than me pre-recording videos and then replying to comments. This is what I've really missed with streaming, and yeah, I would love for it to become a thing again. But I guess we'll just see how it goes. Like I said, there's so many wonderful people in our community that live stream, so you know, there's always plenty of people for you guys to watch. Oh, thank you, Jamie. I appreciate that, sweetheart. Yeah, definitely, Geelan. Gotta love the morning coffee. It's like nectar of the gods, that first coffee of the day, and it's like, oh, I feel like I can, you know, tackle the day now. Deal with whatever the day has to throw at you. Okay, I've got a black pencil, but I would like grey, really. I do wish I'd done these green now. But that's okay. Oh, thank you, Dawn. Thank you, my lovely. Oh, thank you, Sam. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it, my love. I'm just seeing what pencil sets have I got behind me. Got Pablo's, Caran d'Ache Pablo pencils. I don't want to be getting up and having to walk over to like one of the other shelves at the moment. I just want to see what I've got available to hand. Let's see. Ooh, excuse me. Okay. Just going to pull out a couple of greys. And just kind of see how we go. Absolutely, Chrissy. Have to be caffeinated first. It's a must. It should be written in a rule book somewhere. Caffeine first, then the day can begin. This lighter grey is quite nice. It's just called grey, and this is in the Caran d'Ache Pablo pencils. I think these little flowers here, I will probably do those pink or purple, just to pull the colours that I use in our galaxy background, just to kind of pull a little bit of that down towards the bottom of the page as well. They're gorgeous, Jamie. I don't use them as often as I should. But I don't know, I find like, for me personally, I still need to find paper that I really like them on. It's either that or I just don't know how to use them to their full potential. But these were a gift, you know, quite early on in my adult colouring journey, and they are beautiful pencils, and I feel, you know, really fortunate and lucky to have them in the collection. Just going to go in a little bit more with that darker grey. Post a picture of the new kitchen mat. Ooh, sounds good, Chrissy. Sounds good, my love. Hi, Penny. Hi, sweetheart. Thank you for joining. Oh, it's so lovely to see you. It's been a really long time since I've done a stream. This is my first in like over a year. So, yeah, I'm really glad you could make it. I hope you're doing well, my love. You started this page. You're doing a galaxy background in watercolour. Woohoo! Yay! Oh, I hope you enjoy the page. I hope you have a lot of fun with it, sweetheart. Dawn, you're in Illinois. Oh, lovely. Have you always lived there? I'm sorry if you can hear my son shouting. He's downstairs. He's playing online with his friends, but he's getting a bit rowdy, so I might have to ask him to just lower his voice. Oh, honestly, Sam, he can be relentless, that cat, but I adore him. But yeah, he's spoiled. Oh yeah, I can imagine, Penny. Yeah, glad it's Friday. Feels a little bit weird that it's Friday already because the kids have only been back at school a couple of days. They've not been back a full week, so it's kind of throwing me off days a little bit, but yeah. These are actually sitting quite nicely over the Dow and Inktense pencils. I'm just kind of trying to just work gently, you know, and kind of in small circles and just build up the colour a little bit that way. They are, Dana. They are, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I really wouldn't. But it's just when he's meowing relentlessly, and it's like for no reason or for silly reasons, and it's like, dude, there's nothing wrong with you. You are spoiled. You're fed. You're happy. You're healthy. You're good. You know. What else would you like? You know. But yeah, I adore him. Wouldn't change him for the world. He's just very, very vocal when there's something that he wants, and even if that is just for you to show him a bit of attention, you know, to acknowledge that you hear him. So, but it is cute because my youngest daughter, Emmy, she is definitely his human. Without a shadow of a doubt, she is his human. looks like I'm working on tracing paper. Yeah, the lighting just looks really blown out, and I'm looking on the laptop screen and it looks really faded, and it's not. I don't know if I bring it up a bit closer, does that make a difference? Not sure. No, still looks faded out, doesn't it? Oh, the joys of live streaming. I'm gonna have to try and figure the lighting situation out again, but for now it is what it is. I'm afraid I'm just gonna have to try and figure it out in my own time. But if it's distracting, I am sorry. I do apologise. Oh, thank you so much for joining, Dawn. Thank you, my love. Take care, and I'll see you soon. So I'm just blending these two pencils at the moment. Depending on what I want to do here, I will try and maybe do like a highlight effect in some areas as well. It's not something I'm very good at or confident with, but you know, if you don't try, you know, you're not gonna practice or, you know, potentially get better, are you? I feel like I want a lighter grey, just to blend out that little bit. But I don't want to burnish the paper. For one, my hands are going to really struggle, and two, I want to be able to add a pencil highlight in some areas. Not a highlight, what do they call it? Like a glow, you know, like a light sort of hitting the top of the foliage and the rocks and things. Okay, my loves, so I think I am probably going to leave it here for tonight. I am really sorry for just waffling on and having a bit of a rant about my son and just sort of struggles that we're going through. But again, as I mentioned earlier, I really appreciate you guys listening. It means so much to me. So thank you so much. This has been an absolute pleasure and has really opened my eyes to exactly what I have been missing from not doing live streams for such a long time. So yeah, if you guys have enjoyed, then, you know, hopefully we can arrange another one in the not too distant future. Like I said, I've had a brilliant time, and the fact that you have taken time out of your day to join me and to sort of have a conversation, and, you know, it's the best, and I feel really fortunate to be part of this community. So yeah, I'm not sure when the next stream will be. Hopefully, like I said, in the not too distant future, but we'll just, you know, one day at a time, just see how things go. But yeah, thank you again so much. Take care, my loves. Stay safe, and yeah, have a great weekend. I will see you in the next one. Lots of love, everyone. Thank you. Bye.